Hello and welcome to Brandy's Poetry Corner. Today is, I think, the hottest day of the year so far, and I am very hot, which is no doubt partly why I'm reading you from Cold Mountain Poems in an attempt to cool me down. These poems, I will read you something from the introduction. Popularised in the West by Beat Generation writers Gary Snyder and Jack Kerouac, Tang-era rebel poet Shan is an icon of Chinese poetry and Zen. He and his sidekick, Shi Te, are known as the laughing ragged pair who left their poetry on stones, trees, farmhouses, and monastery walls, calling others to the Cold Mountain way of simple, honest, joyful living. And they are strangely joyous poems, even when they're about, like, death and being cold and stuff. I suppose the other thing to say about them is, for example, Han Shan's name translates as Cold Mountain. They lived a very long time ago and might well be purely legendary, but wherever these poems came from, they are wonderful. Even the person who is said to have collected them from the walls and pebbles and what have you is also quite legendary. They're just very old, very wonderful poetry. They don't have titles, and I'm just going to use the numbers that they're given in J.P. Seaton's book. But these first three that I'm going to read you today, because none of them are very long, is actually about Cold Mountain. So I thought it would be a good way of introducing us all to Cold Mountain and Cold Mountain poems. 1. Cold Mountain poem by Han Shan, translated by J.P. Seaton. Rangers, riches, daunting cliffs, I chose this place with divination's aid. The roads for the birds, no man tracks there. And what is the yard? White clouds clothe dark stone. I lived here years, watching springs with the great change become winter. Here's a word for the rich folks with cauldrons and bells. Fame's empty, no good, that's for sure. Number 2. Cold mountain roads a joke. No cart track, no horse trail. Creeks like veins, but still it's hard to mark the twists. Fields and fields of crags for crops, it's hard to say how many. Tears of dew upon 1,000 kinds of grasses. The wind sings best in one kind of pine. And now I've lost my way again. Body asking shadow, which way from here? Number 3. If you're looking for a peaceful place, Cold Mountain's always a refuge. A little breeze, breath of the shaded pines, and if you listen close, the music's even better. Under the pines, a greying man, soft, soothingly reading aloud from Lao Tzu. Thank you. Do you want to go there, especially if you're feeling really hot? But yeah. These were first translated into English partly by the great American poet Gary Snyder. And you can see why they were so popular with beatniks. I'm channeling my inner beatnik. For more poems read by me, look me up, Brandy Pearson, on YouTube. Thank you.